y'all, Bridget Bartlett here with My Vision Agency, and today I want to show you how to set up your first conversation AI bot in your high-level account. If you don't have a high-level account, you can go to myvisionagency.com. You can click here to sign up for a free high-level trial, and you'll also get a $97 free membership in our reseller program. If you are a current high-level customer, you can choose this option here to choose from our plans starting at just $97 as well. If you're not quite sure, you can join our free community here and get access to our open office hours, courses, AI tools, and more. Now, let's test out the Conversation AI bot, which is used in the web chat, on social channels, and anywhere that you're having a conversation via text. So this can be even used on WhatsApp as well. So when I open up the web chat here, it says, "Hi, I'm Maggie, the My Vision Agency AI assistant. How can I help you today?" So I'm just going to say, "What are your services?" And it says, "Hey there, you might qualify for a free membership in our My Vision Agency reseller program. First, can I get your name?" So I'm going to say Jane. And what's cool about this is it will add the name to your high-level account. So I'm actually filling out the fields of the profile here by asking what the name is. Now it says, "Nice to meet you, Jane. What is your best email address in case we get disconnected?" Because I need their email address to be able to send them notifications of new training or follow up with them if they have a question that maybe the bot can't answer. So I'm going to type in an email address and click enter. And then you'll see it ask the next qualifying question. First, are you already a My Vision Agency reseller? So I'm going to say no. And the reason that I ask this is because if they are a current reseller, I don't want them to have to go through this AI to get an answer. I want them to go into our community where they can reach out to me personally or our other community members. Now, the next qualifying question is, are you currently a high-level customer? I'm going to say no. Now it says, "Congratulations, you qualify for a free starter plan in our My Vision Agency reseller program. You get started with a 30-day free trial of high-level. As long as you're a high-level customer, your access to our program is 100% free. Sign up at," and then it gives the link. "Is there anything else I can help you with?" And then it will continue the conversation if you have additional questions. So this is what I want to show you how to get set up today so that you can eliminate all of these manual actions that you need to do in your business and then have AI do all of the selling for you 24/7. Now, inside of your high-level account, you'll see the AI agents, and you have the Get Started tab. You can choose the Voice AI, which I've already done training on earlier this week. If you missed that, definitely go back and check it out. But today we're talking the Conversation AI. So you can actually walk through these steps here to create your first agent, to talk to your agent, to train your agent, book an appointment with your agent, and then enable autopilot for all chat. Now, I actually already have 2 conversation AIs, so I'm going to walk you through my setup, and I'm going to show you how you can enable these once you get them activated. And then tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to create the perfect prompt so that your bot acts as you want it to, and then how to also train it so that you get the result that you're looking for. Now you can see that I have 2 different bots here. And the reason I have 2 different bots is because Maggie here is my main bot. And Maggie's first goal is to get the name of the contact. Well, it's a little bit different on Facebook because we already have the name. So instead of creating different prompts and all that, I actually just created a different agent that I can use on Facebook and Instagram than the agent that I'm using here in the live chat or WhatsApp or any of those other softwares I'm using. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into the Maggie bot here, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to set. But if you did want to create your own bot from scratch, you can just click here and you can choose the general Q&A bot, or you can book appointments. Now, what's cool about this is you can actually have the bot access your calendar. It will tell them the available days and times, and then it will actually book the appointment, which then triggers your appointment automations that you've already built in. Okay, so this is a seamless integration if the bot's goal is to book appointments. Now, I actually use this option here because I want a self-selling bot. I don't want to have to manually respond. And I actually have built in my bot that if they request to speak to a live person, they can join our free community, which is another great way of getting traffic to your community so that people can learn more about your business. We really want to give them as many resources as possible so that they can make the buying decision themselves. So it really depends on your strategy or your client's strategy when you're setting this up for them. But just in this case, I'm using the general Q&A bot. Now you'll see here I've given my bot a name. This is Maggie. I can choose when I want this bot to work. So do I want to just completely turn it off? And that's really best practice until you feel like you're confident enough that it's trained. Then you have the suggestive prompts. So that it will show up in the chat window when you're in a conversation. And looking at the chat window here, if I did have these suggestions on, it will actually show up here, the different suggestions I can choose from. But I actually have this set on autopilot because mine is trained and I feel confident that it can respond. And I can also choose this option here to make the bot active or inactive. If I want to review the previous conversation, I can look through here and I can see everything that was said. I can also click here and see the responses. I can also see the part of the prompt that it was using to give the response. I can also check out the chat history here and the different follow-up options. If I wanted to change this response, I could just click the down arrow and then a little window will pop up and then I'll be able to retrain it there. If I like the response the bot gave, I can click here and that will train the bot as well. And back inside of the settings here, you'll see that you can choose the support channel that you want the bot to respond to. And you'll see that I don't have Instagram or Facebook here, but I do have SMS, chat widget, live chat, and WhatsApp. So how do you get this to respond? Anytime someone sends you a text message, if you have this selected, the bot is going to start working. Anytime someone messages you in your chat widget and you're using the SMS chat, your bot will respond. Anytime someone reaches out to you in the live chat, your bot will respond. And the same with WhatsApp. I'm just driving this home because this confuses a lot of people. Now it's not going to respond if someone messages me on Instagram and Facebook because I don't have that selected. Now you can go to the bot trial and train this here. You can also add your business name here. You can also configure the settings for autopilot mode based on your needs. So wait before responding, 1 second or multiple minutes or seconds. You have the maximum messages that a bot can send in a conversation. You can send the bot to sleep when you respond manually or through a workflow. And then you'll see here that my agency sells this plan for $127 a month. GoHighLevel charges the agency $97, and this is for unlimited. There is a pay-as-you-go plan. So if you don't need the unlimited plan, you certainly can use pay-as-you-go. But just know that as the agency owner, you do have the ability to resell this and make up any price that you want to. Now, in the bot training area, you'll see that we can select our knowledge base here. And we talked about this earlier in the week, how you want to train your knowledge base with all of the information about your business. You can scan a link so that it pulls in that data. You can add manual FAQs. We will have the ability to upload files soon. However, you can also use in the web crawler a Google Doc. You just need to share the link, make sure that it's shareable, and then it will be able to bring in all of that information. You can also see the knowledge base here if you click that link. Now, in the bot goals, you'll see that we have the area for the prompt. So we want to give it a personality. We want to give it the intent. So what are we wanting the bot to do? And then we can also provide additional information. Now, we don't need to tell it everything in the prompt about our business because we have that knowledge base that it's actually going to pull that information from. So here we just want to focus on how we want our bot to act, what the personality is, and what is the goal that we want our bot to complete. So all of that can be found here inside of the prompt. Now, tomorrow I'm going to go into great detail about how to create the prompt, how to test the prompt, and all of that. I just really want to focus on the functionality and how to create the conversation AI bot today. Now, underneath the prompt, you have your actions here. So if I click here, you'll see that I have the ability to book appointments. Now, I want to choose my calendar here that I want the appointments to be drawing from. So if someone contacts me and they want to book an appointment and I have my calendar selected here, then it's going to help them choose a day and time from this calendar that I've selected, and then it will actually book the appointment inside of that calendar. Now, I can select here, don't book an appointment, only send the booking link, pause the responses after booking, trigger workflow after booking, transfer employee post appointment booking. And then I can also toggle this on here to allow the bot to cancel the appointment. Now, for me, I don't book appointments typically. It's something that I really only provide one-on-one consultations for people who request it. It's not something I focus on. So my bot is really self-sustaining. And the goal of my bot is to help potential members choose the plan that works best for them. I really don't focus on booking appointments at all. So you'll see that's not even enabled or part of my prompt. However, I do have a workflow that gets triggered. As soon as the email address is provided, I go ahead and invite them into my community. So I have a workflow here that will send them an invitation and grant them access to the free community as soon as they've given the email address. You can add contact information here. So if you have a specific field that you want to be updated, and then you want to take that answer and put it in this custom field, you can do that there. You tell the bot what to update in the field, and then you can also choose an example output. You can also click here to add another one. You could also choose to stop the bot in a scenario. So if the bot detects that the contact has said goodbye or other similar phrases that you can also add here, it will send a message and say, "Thank you for your time. Have a nice day." You can actually reactivate this bot after a certain number of hours, days, or minutes. And then you can add a custom tag, which is optional. Now you can transfer the bot as well if you toggle this on, but this is only available for non-primary bots. But the purpose of this is to transfer the bot to another bot that you have available. So maybe you have a bot who handles billing inquiries, a bot that is your sales department, a bot that is your member support. You can transfer the conversation to those different agents or bots to handle those inquiries. And then you also have some follow-up automations here. So in this example, if the contact stops replying, it's going to wait 3 minutes. And then I can let the AI send a message. I can trigger a workflow, or I can just send this static message here that says, if you'd rather speak to a live person or me specifically, you can message me in the chat or join us for open office hours. And then I give the link to join the free community. I also have a trigger here. So if the contact is busy for 2 hours, the AI will send a message. And if contact is requested, we will let the AI respond to that as well. Now, once you have your bot configured, you do want to test the bot here. And like I said, tomorrow we will go into detail about creating the perfect prompt and testing it to ensure it is functioning as you want it to. Now, you also have your dashboard here, so you can tell the number of contacts, the number of actions that were triggered, total booked appointments, the amount of time that the bot saved you, total messages, average messages per contact. And you can even divide this information by SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, live chat. And then you also have the date range that you can choose from as well. Now, as I said before, the bot responds when it gets a message. So we need to determine how are we going to get that message. In the bot settings, this particular bot is for the live chat, the chat SMS chat, WhatsApp, and the SMS. So if we want to use these options, we need to create these options and then the bot will respond. So you can see here in my live chat, I have created all of my style here. I have configured my chat window. I have all of my colors there and the messaging. Once that's configured, all you need to do is go to a site. Let's say this one. We'll go here, settings, and then you'll see that you can choose from one of those bots on this website. Now, once you select one of these, you'll see it in the bottom right-hand corner, like I showed you in the beginning of today's training. That's all you need to do to activate your bot is just connect a chat widget to your website here. And then when someone responds, the bot takes over and does exactly what the prompt told it to do. Now, inside of your workflows, if we go to create a blank workflow, let's say that your bot is set to respond every time you receive a text message. Someone needs to actually text you, okay? That's all you need to do. Someone texts you, and then the bot starts working. So you really don't need to have a workflow here. However, if you want additional actions outside of your bot to take place when someone contacts you, all you need to do is choose the way that they're going to contact you. So let's say customer replied, the reply channel, and then we can choose when do we want this workflow to trigger when someone has called us, reached out to us in a chat widget, sent an email, Facebook Messenger, GMB messaging, and so on. So let's say that we want to choose that SMS option. Okay, we're going to choose customer replied SMS. Now, if I have an automation set here, when someone texts me, keep in mind that the AI bot, since we set it to SMS here, the AI bot is going to automatically take over. However, let's say that in the workflow, we also want to add a tag. We can do that here in the workflow and just choosing a random tag. We could also maybe add them to an opportunity pipeline because they did call. Let's say they're now a lead. Okay, we can add their name, and we can even say live chat if we want to in the opportunity source, or we could even choose the custom value for the source. We scroll down here. We could have maybe open status because they just contacted us, and then save action. Okay, so we don't need to put anything in regards to the conversation in this workflow because the AI bot is already doing that. This is just if we wanted additional actions that our AI bot is not completing, and we wanted to build a workflow for that. Now, let's say that our other workflow that we had, instead of customer replied SMS, we wanted to choose Facebook Messenger. So now these things are going to happen anytime someone reaches out to us on Facebook Messenger. Now, of course, we need to have our Facebook account connected to our GoHighLevel account in the integration settings. The bot will take over, and we don't even need to have this workflow at all. But this is how we would do that if we wanted to add additional steps here. So hopefully that clarifies how you actually enable the bot and how you create the bot. Now, going back into the agents, you'll see here that the agent that is handling the Instagram and Facebook is exactly the same as the other agent. The only difference is I'm just telling it to only respond to Instagram and Facebook. Maggie will never respond to Instagram and Facebook. And Donna will never respond to the live chat or SMS or any of that. This is only going to respond to Instagram and Facebook. And again, it can choose suggestive or autopilot. And then I have all of the same settings. And of course, I can train it. I can access a different knowledge base or the same knowledge base. And then I can set my goals here and then also check out my dashboard, have all of the additional options here. This is really helpful, especially if you're running Instagram and Facebook Messenger ads. You may want a completely different bot that responds to those different channels. So we have the ability to set up that bot and then configure those to make sure that it works exactly as we want it to. Now, again, if you have any questions at all, you can actually join us during open office hours that will begin as soon as this training is over. You can join our free community here. You can sign up for our reseller program here if you are a current GoHighLevel customer. And if you do not have a GoHighLevel account, you can actually get a free membership at a reseller program by using my affiliate link for High Level here. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I look forward to working with you in open office hours. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.